Hey everybody, Heather here from Heather's Hobby Haven, and we're going to be coloring our November Copic coloring card kit. And this month we're going to use the Bells and Whistles stamp Little Friends. And I have stamped her on Nina 80-pound Solar White cardstock with Memento ink. So let's get started. Okay, to start I'm going to go ahead and shadow clear around my image with C0. And I just outline each little part. Kind of gives it a 3D look. You could also use B triple zero or B with 4 zeros. Those make a really good sky color. But since I'm going to add clouds later, I'm just going to use the gray. I'm going to start with E21, and I'm going to do her feet first. And I'm just going to put where I think the shadow is going to be, so right here underneath of her pants cuff. And I'm going to fill it in with E00. And I just kind of brush it over the E21 and then pull that a little bit of that out here into the white. And since that's such a small area, we won't use E000. Now I'm going to go up here and grab her hands. And again, I'll start with E21. I'm going to get right here underneath of her sleeve where I think it's going to be shadowed. And the back of her hand I would think would be shadowed. And her fingers underneath, so I'll get that one. I'll get right here in the palm of her hand. And then I'll fill that in with E00. And again, I brush it onto the E21 and I pull a little bit of that out into the white. Okay, and then we'll move up here to her face. And again, I'm going to start with E21. And then I'm going to add E00. And then I'm going to add some cheek color with R20. And I'm going to soften that with R30. And then I'm going to go over her whole face with E000. Okay, next we're going to move on to her hair, and we're going to use E44 to start. And I'm just going to brush, she's got a little ponytail right here, so I'm going to brush a little bit on this line that's right here because it's going to be dark where it goes into her ponytail, and right here where it comes out. Put a few streaks up here at the back of her head. Braid a few little dashes. She has a braid on this side too, so get that. Okay, and then I'm going to switch to E43. And again, I'll brush right over E44 and go just a little bit past up into the white. And then I'm going to finish it off with E42. Okay, now let's move on to her shirt apron, and for that we're going to start with B000. And I'm going to fill it in with B000. And then I'm going to go back and add a few shadow lines with B000. Alright, now let's color her shirt and her hair bows. And for that I'm going to start with G24. And then I'm going to use G21. And I'm going to fill it in with G12. Alright, next let's move on to our pants, and for that we're going to start with B23. Down the edge of her pants, get these little creases. And then I'm going to fill in with B21. I'm just kind of feathering over my line I already laid down, and that's pulling it out here into my white space and blending it in.